Hi friends, my name is Margot Starbuck. I live in Durham, North Carolina, and I am so looking forward to being with the women of Triangle Grace Church in Durham on Saturday, November 4th. Right now, I'm sitting in my yummy neighborhood. It is near Full Steam Motor Co. Gear Street, not too far from the farmer's market. And it is a neighborhood built around friends with disabilities. And we've been here about 11 years now. It is really delicious. It's like a slice of the kingdom. It really is yummy. But when we're together on Saturday, November 4th, we are going to be talking about neighbor love. Because when someone asked Jesus, what's the most important thing? He made it really simple. He's like, two things: love God, love people. And because I think a lot about neighbor love, what I know is that we can be tempted to think that like neighbor love looks like these people who live in intentional communities, like they're practicing neighbor love. Or it looks like people who give their lives and go to the mission field in Asia or Africa or South America, like they're really loving their neighbors. Or we can even be tempted to think like really radical neighbor love, like civil rights movement. That was way back then in the 50s and the 60s. And when we do that, we sort of let ourselves off the hook. When Jesus told us to love our neighbor, he wasn't talking about over there or in this particular way or way back when. Jesus spoke about and modeled what it looks like to love our neighbor in the rhythm of our everyday lives. And that means, yes, in the neighborhood, and also at the grocery store and at school and at work, and at Target. Yeah. And so we are going to begin to prayerfully imagine what it looks like for you and for me to love our neighbors today based on what we see in Scripture, the kind of neighbor love that Jesus taught and Jesus modeled. So I hope that you will join us on November 4th. And between now and then, I would love for you to begin to imagine who it is that God has placed in your orbit. You know, who do you see when you drop off your child or your grandchild at daycare? Or who is checking your groceries at the grocery store or mowing your lawn or cleaning your home? Those are the folks that Jesus has called us to love. And it's not another thing to do. It's not a chore. It's not something else you got to put on your calendar. I really believe it is the good life. And you might hear a little something from Small Things with Great Love, Adventures in Loving Your Neighbor, which is a book that I wrote because Mother Teresa says, we cannot do great things, only small things with great love. And so I am praying that when we gather on November 4th, like we're going to begin to see a lot of those small things we can be doing right where we are to love our neighbors. So I look forward to seeing you then.